Holding.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so what you just saw there might look like magic, but it's not. Most trainers completely misunderstand what's actually happening and will tell you barking is about dominance. And if you're the owner, you hear that and you start thinking, all right, I guess I need to be more assertive, more alpha, right? And so you end up raising your voice, you try a shock collar, you keep treats in your pocket all the time, you add more walks to tire them out. And I know some of you even spend thousands of dollars on training programs. And look, you're not crazy for trying that, but that's just the standard playbook. That's what most of the industry teaches. But here's what people don't understand. When a dog is barking like that, like completely losing it, they're usually not being defiant, they're just overstimulated. So I used to train the most elite canine units for tactical operations and things like search and rescue, and what I discovered changed everything. We learned that a dog's behavioral issues, like excessive barking, isn't about discipline. It's a biological reaction called an adrenaline loop. So what happens is something triggers the dog, their adrenaline spikes, the barking fuels more adrenaline, and it becomes a self-feeding loop. And when you shout or use a shock collar or even give them treats, you aren't correcting them, you're actually feeding that loop with more stress. So I asked a question. Instead of trying to dominate or suppress dogs, what if we simply interrupted that adrenaline loop? My name is Luke, and that question is what eventually led me to create Pet Gentle. So once I saw how well it worked with our canine units in the field, I started realizing this could probably help everyday dog owners too. The technology that's used in Pet Gentle taps into an ultrasonic signal that only dogs hear, but humans can't. It doesn't hurt them, it's completely safe, and it just acts like a pattern interruption that breaks the adrenaline loop. And guys, breaking the adrenaline loop applies to almost any behavioral issue, right? It's why over 40,000 owners now use Pet Gentle when nothing else has worked. Because it's not just for the dog losing their mind at the window. Use it when they're pulling you down the street on a walk, when they're jumping all over your guests, or when they're chewing up your brand new shoes. You press the button, the loop breaks, and you instantly have a window to regain their attention.
Now you can walk into any pet store and find a dozen different products trying to fix your dog.
You got shock collars, treat systems, correction leashes. They're even selling you expensive training programs over the counter. And if I'm being totally honest, all those products are just putting a Band-Aid over the symptoms. But Pet Gentle is built for the exact moment your dog starts to spiral. It works in real time, it works anywhere, and works in almost any situation. And with consistent daily use, it begins to rewire their bad habits, and eventually you won't need it anymore. So, no more feeling like you're losing control, no more embarrassment, just a calmer dog and a more peaceful home. So look, I've never done this before, but if you've made it this far, I'm dropping a link below that knocks 60% off as a thank you for watching.
You won't find this deal anywhere else. And honestly, with a discount this big, I'd expect these to go really fast.
And trust me, once you see the difference, you'll wish you had found this sooner.